Hi friends, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite Chanel makeup products for 2023, the best makeup products from Chanel that I have used. And this video is going to include not only the new limited edition collections that Chanel were releasing, but it's also going to include some permanent makeup products that I have been using over the years that I love and that I think are absolutely worth the splurge. If you're a Chanel lover, make sure to check out also my Chanel Beauty Secrets series, because these are the series where I talk all about Chanel beauty, Chanel makeup, and I share with you my experience with the products. I have been using Chanel makeup for the past and Chanel beauty for the past 10 years. I feel quite confident to talk about Chanel because I have tried everything from skincare to makeup with very few exceptions. So that's why I feel quite confident to talk about Chanel beauty. I love Chanel as a brand. I love their aesthetics and I love the message that they sent. I love that Chanel usually celebrates the natural beauty of women. And with Chanel makeup, the whole idea is to enhance what you already have, not to really cover everything. And we are starting with the complexion products that I use the most and that I loved the most. Starting with foundations, I currently own all Chanel foundations with one exception, which is traveling to me right now. I love Chanel's foundations. I think that they have the best foundations, and I speak as a person who has sensitive skin. And I can't really use all brands' foundations because sometimes my skin gets irritated. I've never had issues with Chanel's foundations and I love the quality of their products. Now, my most used products, I have 4 most used products for this past year. But before that, I want to tell you a little bit more about my skin. I used to have oily skin, but now as I age, I think that my skin becomes more normal. So my skin is normal to slightly dehydrated. If you're not new to my channel, you probably know that my most used complexion product is the Water Fresh Tint from Chanel. Some brands have tried to dupe this product, and of course I tried the new products, but I think that nothing compares to the quality of this product. I am in between 2 colors, and that's why I always have 2 shades, light and medium light. But I have to say that this is my favorite complexion product of all times. I keep repurchasing this product all the time. It's like a filter in a bottle, and it's for everyone who likes to have this natural looking skin. It gives you a little bit of a blur and this very luminous, very hydrated, very moisturized skin. It's suitable for all skin types because it contains 70% water. I've talked about this product so much that I think that I don't need to talk anymore in this video, but this is an irreplaceable product, and I think that this is the most unique foundation right now. And nothing can beat this product. It's not a foundation, actually, it's a tint, but I think that nothing can beat this product for me if you like natural makeup looks. And then my other most used product has been the Numéro 1 de Chanel foundation. I use this all year round. It's a nourishing foundation. So probably for people who have oilier skin, I would recommend the Ultra Le Teint foundation. It's a beautiful foundation that I just repurchased because mine was old. And don't forget to change your foundations every, let's say every year or 7-8 months. You have to change your foundation even if you haven't used it up. It's important for your skin's health. So this was my other most used foundation. It has light medium coverage that is buildable. It has luminous finish and it is a beautiful foundation. And then the other product that I love to use, again, it's from the Les Beiges line, but it acts more like this was created to be like the concealer version of the Water Fresh Tint. Again, it's a water-based product, and this is the Les Beiges Water Fresh Complexion Touch. It is supposed to be used here and there just to conceal. That's why you're getting smaller quantity. So the Water Fresh Tint comes in a travel size bottle and also in a full size bottle. The full size bottle is 30 ml and the travel size bottle is 15 ml, but I always buy the full size bottle because I use it a lot. The Complexion Touch is 20 ml of product, but it has a lot more coverage, a lot more pigmentation. So in case you want to cover a little bit more, but still has this very luminous, very glowy finish, this is a beautiful product. Again, it's suitable for all skin types, no exception here because it is a water-based product. And even for people who have oily skin and they want to have this glowing makeup look, you can use this one. It's a beautiful product. Then I have one product that used to be a limited edition, but I still love it, still use it, still keep it in my collection. A lot of Chanel's Most beautiful makeup products are usually limited editions, so keep an eye on the limited edition collections, because once they sell out, they sell out. And they don't come back. So this is the Les Beiges Oversized Healthy Glow Powder. This is irreplaceable to me. I like to use it like a bronzer, like a blush as well. It is this oversized compact that I hope Chanel someday are going to bring back, because it used to have this beautiful, and it has this beautiful blurring effect on the skin. I still keep using it and I absolutely love it. Another product that is irreplaceable for me, and this is one that I keep repurchasing, is the Les Beiges Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. Now in the past they used to have only one shade, and right now currently they have 3 shades available of this bronzing cream. My perfect shade is 392, so light tan medium bronze. Even though I have pale skin tone, I prefer the medium shade because it has this beautiful, almost like caramel color, and it helps to add this very healthy glow. I have some hair here. It helps to add this very healthy, it helps to make my skin look very, very healthy and very beautiful. You can use it under foundation, on top of foundation, it all depends. Experiment with Chanel Beauty, and I prefer the big size, the full size bronzer over their travel sized bronzers. Now this year they released also the travel size bronzers, but they tend to dry a little bit quicker. It's not that I can't use it, I still can use it, but this one is a little bit more creamy, a little bit more buttery. They come in the same color, but since the formula is different, you can probably see a minor difference in the colors as well. I prefer the big one because it's more long lasting to me. I think that this one, it just tends to dry a little bit quicker, so I need to warm it up a little bit before using it, whereas this one is more buttery. Again, this one is not dry, I can still use it, I like it a lot, but if I had to choose, I would definitely go for the big size bronzer. And I never go to a full bronzer, full size bronzer, because it is a lot, the quantity is a lot, so you're getting a lot of product for your money, and you can use it generously as much as you like. So I usually, these get old and then I purchase another one. Just make sure not to throw away the lid here. This is essential to keep your product fresh for a very long time, and you can use it. I usually use these for a year and a half before purchasing another one, close to 2 years, not really 2 years, because you're not supposed to use this kind of cream products for 2 years, but I definitely use it for a year and a half. It's good. Next, we're moving on to my number 1 blush of all times from Chanel. And if you're not new to my channel, you probably know, and you have probably heard me talking about this one. This is Jus Contraste in number 82 Reflex. This one is not available in all countries, but I found it at a retailer that ships worldwide, so I'm going to make sure to link it in the description box. It's very hard to get a hold of this one. It usually sells out quite quickly, because it is, in my opinion, this is the most beautiful Chanel blush of all time. So I will always keep repurchasing this one. It just gives such a beautiful, healthy looking cheeks and healthy looking skin. You don't even need a highlighter when you use it, because it is this almost like, I like to call it a sunset, summer sunset color, because it's this very beautiful peachy coral color with little golden shimmers that doesn't look shimmery, but it just gives you this very healthy looking luminous skin. So this is definitely my number 1 blush from Chanel. I will always keep repurchasing this one. It's just this magical product that gives the cheeks such a healthy looking skin. It's what I have on my cheeks today. Probably the camera is not going to show how beautiful it is in real life, but in real life it looks absolutely divine. I've recommended this one to so many people and everyone seems to love it because it is universally flattering. The next favorite that I have, again, it's very hard to find this one because it used to be a limited edition, then Chanel decided to make it permanent in some countries, and this is again Jus Contraste in Elegance. And the number is 370. Again, I'm going to link to this product. I currently found it available, but it's this beautiful nude color blush with a little bit of luminosity. And I really love this one. Now, this one I would recommend mostly for people who have fair skin tone like mine, or more like a light medium skin tone. I think that it's not going to be the best one for people who have dark skin tone because it's probably not going to show up as intense. And then I have to mention one of the limited edition creations for this year. This was from the fall makeup collection. It's this beautiful blush from Chanel, which again, I think it is quite a unique creation from Chanel. This is the Blush Harmony in 797 Beige et Coral. It is the most beautiful color that gives such a healthy look on the cheeks. They released two colors, but this one I think is the more unique one. This is the one that I prefer and is more unique to me and that I have been using all the time since I got this one. And I feel a little sad because this is a limited edition, even though it's quite big. I couldn't possibly get through this one. I still want to have the option of such beautiful products to repurchase them, because even with makeup products it's very, very important to really change them from time to time. So don't keep them for years and years and years, because this is something that you put on your skin. So let's say with powders, you can keep them for a few years. It depends all on the formulation, because all brands are started to go into the more clean direction. And the more clean direction means that the products are not going to be as long lasting. Let's say in the past, you could safely keep powders for 5 years or so. Right now, I'm not really sure how powders are going to hold up, but one of the reasons why I love Chanel so much is that the quality of their powders is incredible. Like, I have blushes and eyeshadow palettes from Chanel that last like 4 years and 5 years, and they still perform so good. I can still swatch them for you. Of course, I'm not going to use them on my face, but I can still swatch them. Well, I just replace them with new ones. So it would have been great if we could have this as part of the permanent collection of Chanel. And my last blush favorite, I have actually two of them, but I couldn't find one of them right now. These are the Water Fresh blushes from Chanel. I love to use them on the go. I love to use them. A little goes a long way with these blushes, and they give the most healthy looking skin, but it all depends how you use them. So a lot of people try to use this healthy glow Water Fresh blushes like the Water Fresh tint, so they just like to apply it on the face directly and then blend it. It's not how this works. With this blush, you have to apply it on the back of your hand, break the pigments, and then go to your face. Otherwise, you're not going to like the effect. Otherwise, it's not going to look good. So it all has a way in which it can be used. My two favorites are light peach and light pink. I also love warm pink, but light peach and light pink have been my most used ones, and one is even finished right now. The light pink is actually finished because I used it a lot in the summer and the late summer months. I have been using it a lot. We're moving on to one of the most beautiful creations of Chanel. This is my favorite release for 2023. This is Illuminating Blush, and Chanel often do this limited edition illuminating blushes, but this one is like probably one of my all-time favorites from Chanel. It's such a tender, gorgeous pink color. Depending on your skin tone, this one can be a blush. For me, this is illuminating blush, but if you have deeper skin tone, it is going to be like a highlighter. And it's such a beautiful, tender pink color. And this one is Fantasie de Chanel. Now we're going to be moving on to a few of my favorite and most loved eyeshadow palettes that I have been using a lot in 2023. Now the first product that I wanted to mention is a mono eyeshadow from Chanel, and this is the 804 Ombre Premiere from Chanel. This is one of my most repurchased cream eyeshadows from Chanel, and it is the perfect color for any kind of everyday looks. This one is beautiful. This is a little bit old right now. I will need to repurchase this one, but it's probably going to be after Christmas. It's one of my most repurchased mono eyeshadows from Chanel because this is just a no-brainer. You can use it anytime when you're wondering what makeup you want to create, and I usually use it when I'm on the go, when I want to create a quick makeup look, because it just gives a little bit of luminosity to the eyelids that is very beautiful. It looks very natural, and a little bit of mascara and the look is so lovely and so gorgeous. And sometimes I'm going to add a little bit of kohl eyeliner, sometimes even without the kohl eyeliner. This is just the perfect eyeshadow base as well. If you don't want to use eyeshadow base, you can just use this one as an eyeshadow base and then add more colors. This is irreplaceable product in my collection. Then the other product that I wanted to show you is one of my favorite tea safe eyeshadow palettes from Chanel. This is Tissé Vendôme. So the Tissé formula from Chanel is my favorite because these eyeshadows don't contain talc. They are very soft. They blend very easily on the eyelids. They don't have the tiniest bit of fallout. And these are not matte colors, but they add a very beautiful sheen on the eyes. And sometimes I'm going to use this color here as one and done eye color, or this one. These two are my favorites to be used as one and done eye colors, but you can create multiple looks using this eyeshadow palette. It's one of my most used palettes. And then the next eyeshadow palette that I wanted to share with you is one of the Les Beiges eyeshadow palettes from Chanel. This is one of my all-time favorites, and especially I like to use it in the summer months. Spring, summer, and the late summer months. It's actually suitable for all year round, but I have blue eyes, and that's why I love this eyeshadow palette so much, because it emphasizes the blue in my eyes. My eyes, the color of my eyes usually depends on the makeup that I'm wearing and on my clothes, but most often it's blue. And this is the eyeshadow palette that is great for people who have blue eyes if you want to emphasize the blue. This is just a stunning eyeshadow palette. It has this beautiful golden colors with a little bit of green. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it, and the pigmentation is excellent. Now this is such a masterfully done eyeshadow palette, and even though I like to use some, I have a few of the Les Beiges eyeshadow palettes, including the Tender and the Warm, but this one is my favorite. This is the one that I always use the most, just because of the colors. The color payoff is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning, so I could not replace this one. And the next favorite is going to come as no surprise to my regular viewers. This is Chanel's Tissé Rivoli eyeshadow palette in number 226. This is one eyeshadow palette that I have been mentioning since I started my YouTube channel. I think that in one of my first videos I have been mentioning this eyeshadow palette. And I think that I cannot even count how many of these eyeshadow palettes I have repurchased. I usually hit the pan in one of the colors and then I repurchase this eyeshadow palette. If you have been following me on Instagram, you probably have seen the unboxing of this one. It's quite new. I repurchased this one, I believe, a few months ago, maybe 3 months ago or so. And there are slight changes because I think that I have been repurchasing this eyeshadow palette for the past maybe eight years or so, or even if not more, maybe around 8 years that I have been repurchasing this eyeshadow palette. And sometimes from an eyeshadow palette to another, they are going to change just a little bit slightly. Like let's say in my previous eyeshadow palette, this palest shade was a little bit more like a rose gold color. Right now it's more like a cream color. But then this color here was a little bit deeper. Now it's a little bit paler. Overall, the palette is just slightly a little bit paler, but just as beautiful, just as amazing. So right now I don't use this color here mostly as one and done eye color because it's a little bit too pale. I like to mix it with this one, but this color is so beautiful. The whole color combination of Tissé Rivoli, it's one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes from Chanel. This is what I have today on my eyes as well. It's just you can combine, mix and match the colors, and you can create an evening look, a daytime look. So this is one of my all-time favorites. I want to mention also a couple of products from Chanel's holiday makeup collection. I really loved this makeup collection because it's celebrating the roaring 20s of Chanel, and Chanel have chosen these neutral colors, but they made them so luminous, and I think that this creates beautiful effects on the eyes. I'm not sure if you've tried to play with this eyeshadow palette in particular. A lot of people said that they were not very inspired by this eyeshadow palette. I am very inspired, and I would say go ahead and play a little bit with this eyeshadow palette because it keeps the spirit, it represents the spirit of Chanel. You have these neutral colors, you can create beautiful everyday looks with this eyeshadow palette and gorgeous nighttime looks and festive looks. And I don't know if you've tried, but layering the colors also creates very interesting effects on the eyes and creates very beautiful and very unique colors. So the powders here are very good quality. You have one color, the white one, that is quite shimmery and that has tiny little glitters. that you may decide to use for festive looks. But for everyday looks, if you go ahead and work with these 4 colors and combine them in different ways, you're going to probably find some unique combinations for yourself. I also liked their highlighter, even though it is quite glittery, but I think that for the festive season, it's good to have a little bit of glitter, a little bit of shimmer, because when I apply it on my skin, it doesn't look as shimmery. Of course, I'm not going to use this highlighter at the office or for business meetings, but more for the weekend, when I want to relax, when I want to have fun with makeup. And I also use this highlighter every single day. This color is my favorite. I like to tap it right here on the middle of the eyelids, which is what I did today. And this is what I have been doing lately for every look that I make. And you can use this one in the office also for business meetings. It's absolutely safe to use it. Just take a little bit of color with your fingertip and tap it right here in the middle. Just a little is going to be enough, and it catches the light so beautifully. It just makes the look instantly so much more alive. And before we move on to the lip products, there is one last product that I want to show you for eyes. This is the Stylo Ombre et Contour in number 04 Electric Brown. I love this product because you can use it as an eyeshadow or as an eyeliner. It all depends on you. It's this beautiful brown color. And this is a product again that I keep repurchasing. You can also keep it in your handbag and very easily in the evening just apply a little bit, smudge it even with your finger. And then I was almost going to forget to share with you the Baume Essentiel. Chanel released 2 limited edition Baume Essentiel this year. I think that they come back in stock from time to time, so I'm going to make sure to list them in the description box. So one is Dragé and the other one is Lila. I love both of these. So these are highlighting sticks that you can use on the go. I was going to forget those because one of them is in one handbag and the other one is in my other handbag. So that's why I was almost going to forget to share those with you, because I use them daily. And these are multi-purpose. You can use them on the face, you can use them under your foundation, on top of your foundation or powder, or you can use them on the lips as well, under your lipstick. Now, I'm sure that not many people have tried to use these under their lipstick, but it's going to change the color of the lipstick. And this is what I have today on my lips. I have a little bit of Lila and then Mademoiselle on my lips. And I can tell you that it is the most beautiful, the most unique color in real life. I'm sure that the camera is not going to show it as unique and as beautiful as it is. But I usually like to apply a little bit on my lips. You can use it as a lip balm if you want to, because they have this very interesting effect on the lips. So I like to apply a little bit of Lila, and then on top I like to use Rouge Coco in Mademoiselle, which in general, Rouge Coco in Mademoiselle is a little bit too deep for me. But when I apply the Baume Essentiel on my lips and then add Rouge Coco, the color becomes very, very unique in real life. I actually have been asked multiple times what I have on my lips, what is my lipstick. And you can try this with multiple lipsticks that you have in your collection. So if you have these balms, especially the ones that have colors in Dragé and Lila, these two can change the color of your lipstick and make it quite unique and very interesting. And finally, we're moving on to lipsticks. I have to admit I have a weak spot when it comes to Chanel's lipsticks because I love the colors, I love the quality, I love the performance, and I love to buy lipsticks. So it was very hard for me to choose the ones that I used the most, because I generally change my lipsticks and I keep buying more and more, but I'm going to limit myself to just a few that I really, really love and have been repurchasing. So one of them, probably my number one, is going to be Rouge Coco in Cécile. This is 432. I adore this color. And I finish one and then I buy another one. This is the most beautiful nude pinkish color for my lips. I think that this color is going to be mostly suitable for people who have fair skin tone like me. Rouge Coco are very hydrating. They feel like a lip balm, but they have enough color. But you have to choose the right color for your skin tone. So let's say this color in particular is probably not going to be the best one for people who have deep skin tones, dark skin tones, so it's going to look more like a lip balm and the color is not going to show up a lot. But this is my most worn color for 2023. Soon I'm going to have to repurchase it. And then one of my other most worn colors is going to be the Rouge Coco Flash in 118 Freeze. Again, this is a color that I keep repurchasing because it gives such a healthy, I will have to repurchase this one as well. It gives such a healthy look on the lips. It just gives this healthy looking lips. And these are even more emollient than the Rouge Coco. They are also less long lasting. So if you want to make this more long lasting, I have a video where I showed you how I like to use this one. I like to apply a little bit of lip liner and then this one if I want to make it more long lasting. But sometimes I'm just going to enjoy, and I don't mind reapplying this product because it keeps my lips so healthy looking and so youthful. I absolutely love it. And then I have two favorite colors that I like to layer to create my perfect nude color, and I have to share these with you. So these are Rouge Allure in 206 and 199. These are two colors that I like to layer, and I usually like to use 206, then apply a little bit of 199 just to add it a little bit more color. And again, I'm going to link to a video where I actually show you how I like to layer these two colors and how I like to use them. I have one of the new lip liners, in particular this one being my favorite, and this is in 164. I absolutely love it. It's this beautiful, the color, the color reminds me a little bit one of the Hermes lipsticks that is so popular, but it's such a beautiful color. A little goes a long way. I apply this one very lightly on my lips, otherwise it becomes too intense and it becomes too dark for my lips. So that was all for today's video. I really wanted to show you the products that I used the most in 2023, both limited edition and permanent products. And a lot, of course, most of the products that I showed you are permanent, but I think that this makes the video more useful because with the limited edition products, you can't buy them anymore. And I really love them, but these are the products that I used the most, and I can say for these products that they work so well for me that I'm going to keep repurchasing each one of them. So these are timeless, gorgeous, and very high quality makeup products that I would recommend to anyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me and for watching my videos. And if you enjoy Chanel makeup, once again, check out my Chanel Beauty Secrets series. I'm going to create a lot more videos in the new year, in 2024. Let's hope that we're all going to have a healthy and wonderful new year. And until next time, bye!